economic growth in the Asia-Pacific
They have
region.
flown over thousands of miles. They came in hundreds, and were all Germans. But they were speaking the global language, business. They were here in the capital this week to participate in the 6th Asia-Pacific Conference of German Industry and Trade. This summit is held every second year in an Asian country, and this year, after Bangkok, it was the turn of India. A reflection of the growing importance of India for German industry.
We recognize and we are happy about the fact that India is back on the map, and India is a huge country, a big market. Clear orientation to private investments and liberalization, and therefore we think and recognize it is necessary to strengthen our activities in your country, and therefore we invited this conference to Delhi.
And the person who lent this conference the spirit of sincerity was none other than the Finance Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram himself.
The market of the future for India is clearly Asia. In India, we are becoming increasingly aware of the fact that we must look to the East for new ideas, new entrepreneurship, new markets, and new investment. Our opportunities lie in Asia, but the converse is also true. Asian countries' opportunities also lie in India.
Outside the European Union, Asia-Pacific happens to be Germany's most important trading partner.
India has opened up. It has a chance to become a global player. Now, what is so attractive about India is the skills that you find in this country, the talents. This country is rich in human resources, in natural resources, of course, but particularly in talents, entrepreneurial skills. And the parameters under which we would cooperate with India are very favorable.
On the other hand, outside the European Union, Asia-Pacific happens to be Germany's most important trading partner. A close look at the statistics also reflect the changing nature of Indo-German trade relations. The total trade is expected to double up to 10 billion Deutschmarks as compared to the level of 1991. The technical exports from India to Germany have shown a positive trend, with auto ancillaries growing at the rate of 20%, electronic sector growing by 31%, and pharmaceutical exports going up by 45%. The traditional items like cotton garments, leather goods, silk fabrics, carpet and rugs, and gems and jewelry have shown a marginal decline. On the other hand, imports from Germany to India have seen a jump in the field of engineering goods, including automobiles, which has grown by over 63%. Total imports from Germany stood at 4.6 billion Deutschmarks in 1995, a record increase of 37%.
Where is the international area of growth? That is here in Asia. And in Asia, I think India is one of the #1 countries for foreign investment for multiple reasons. First of all, the economic system is very open. Secondly, you have very well-trained people motivated to work and dedicated to work. And what is very important, India has always been an open society. This is different in India than in other Asian communities.
You could listen to the speeches today. There's a great optimism regarding the future development of India. We see huge opportunities, for example, in the infrastructure business, but also in the consumer business. India has a relatively high middle class, much bigger middle class than in other countries in Asia Pacific. What we would appreciate is sometimes, well, if the bureaucratic process could be accelerated.
And driven by such potential, over 400 business representatives from the whole spectrum of German business had made it a point to be present at this occasion. In fact, some of the industrial leaders belong to the list of who is who of the top crust of the rich and famous of the world.
The growth after the new reform policies came first through Indian exports to Germany. Traditional items, but very much so also non-traditional software made in India. We had a lot of reporting in the German press about Silicon Valley, Bangalore. And this was an eye-opener, and a lot of companies came to India. automotive components. Our big companies are coming to India, so are the suppliers, and another area where we have success. But even when you take textiles, there's a realization that India can produce quality.
For us, Asia Pacific is now the most important growth region of the world. And in the region, in the Asia Pacific region, India plays an important role and has always played in the Siemens strategy. We are here now since 1870. We have many factories. We were here in very difficult times, and we enjoy now this reform process and the clear commitment of the government to this reform process, and this gives us, I think, great optimism.
Observers believe that Indian and German companies can join hands in a number of areas, with India providing a sound base and German industry pooling in the resources.
Both parts can benefit from each other. If we invite us, if we have the right information, and if we strengthen as well the cooperation in the educational sector.
The alliance is going to be one-to-one. It's going to be between companies. It's not really going to be to that extent so promoted by governments. They will have a small part in really trying to let businessmen from both places understand each other. But I think it didn't take off to that large an extent because of Germany's own preoccupation with their East Germany, which has now got solved a little bit. But Germany does look at India as a very important partner in their global network. You know, apart from looking at the Indian markets, I think Germany very clearly recognizes that with their technology and our costs, they can capture a lot more of the world market than going it alone, either them or us.
And together can play a pivotal role in the Asia Pacific, the most important market of the 21st century.